Okay guys, so welcome to this video. In this video we're going to start improving our Node.js REST API by first pulling our project, then updating all the dependencies to the latest versions, and then we're going to run into some issues. We're going to fix those issues, we're going to then test whether the app is actually working as intended, and then as a last step we're going to simply push everything to the GitHub repo. So just a quick disclaimer, this is not going to be one of those really interesting videos. However, this is really necessary for us to actually move on to some interesting things. So in case you're interested in how this is going to work and what issues we're going to run into and whether there are some major breaking changes, etc., well then enjoy this video. If not, I will see you in some of the next videos where we actually do something really fun. Okay guys, so let's get started with this. So before we move forward, I just want to tell you that I have just accepted one pull request. The pull request was made by this guy who said that there was this issue that you cannot pretty much like sign in after you modify some user data. And what he did is he added this const user equals this so that he can reference this entire object with this variable user. And then he checked over here in case users local.password hasn't been modified. We simply go next and skip everything below it. However, if it has been changed or something, then we simply rehash it and then we go next. So I've accepted that. We are still going to test it, but I assume that it's working. And we're going to be using this npm-check-updates to actually update all of our dependencies. So I need to actually clone this first, so clone it over here, so git clone. I'm going to call it npm node backend. Actually it's not backend, API node project, because I'm unsure if I already have this folder on my desktop. And then I'm going to cd into it. Okay, so over here, let me also open this in VS Code. Okay, so let me try to zoom this a bit. So if you remember, we have package.json in our root level directory. We don't have it in our /server, and we have one in our /client. Okay, so we need to update both of these pretty much. So we can simply start with React, so cd into client. Okay, then we're going to type nco, and in case you don't have it, you can just do like npm-i-g for global, and then npm-check-updates, I believe. npm-check-updates. Yes, npm-check-updates, and yeah, it's over here as well. Okay, so I'm just going to type nco because I've got it installed. Actually, I kind of need to upgrade it as well, so let me do that first. npm check updates, because it earlier complained about there being a new version, so now I'm going to type nco. Okay, so looking at this, React itself hasn't changed that much, React DOM as well. However, React Google login got like 2 new major versions of updates. React Redux, 1 major version, React Router DOM, 1 major version, React Scripts, 1 major version, a Redux form also, but I think we're going to go with Formic. I've heard good things about it, and yeah, so it's definitely worth the update. So nco-u for update, and then we just need to do npm-i to actually like install everything, because we don't even have node_modules over here yet. And I'm also going to zoom in a bit. I kind of forgot like what's the best for videos, like if this is like still too small or not, but hopefully this is fine. Okay, so now that we've got this working, let's just test whether this React is working first of all, because of these major upgrades. So let's simply go npm start in our /client, don't forget about that, and let's see what's going to happen. Would you like to add defaults to your package.json? Yes, this is a new change. When you're using React scripts version 2 point something. You also need to have additional property, additional object over here that describes like browser list, and in case we don't have it, it won't let us run. So for example, let me show that. If we don't want to do that, you see as of React scripts version 2 or above, you must specify targeted browsers. So luckily you just need to type Y and it's going to do it for you. And if I also refresh the package.json, you see this browser list over here. Okay, and then let's see if this is going to work. So hopefully yes, maybe not. Okay, parsing error. Identifier sign out has already been declared. Actions index.js line 106. So source actions index sign out. So we've got it over here and over here, which is my mistake. So we want to keep this one because we also are dispatching something, and this is probably like me testing something and I totally forgot to get rid of it. So I'm going to delete that, and let's see if that's going to fix it. Okay, module not found, cannot resolve Axios in client/source. Let me console.log this statement. Okay, it's not defined. And then let me get it back. Okay, so have we actually got Axios installed? That is a question. So Axios isn't here. Axios is here. So maybe actually if I for a moment, if I come back over here and I try to upgrade like the root package.json file over here, it could be that then it will be able to fetch Axios without having to actually install it for the client and for the server separately. So let's try to do this first of all. Okay, and looking at this, we've got concurrently one major release. Now concurrently we just use it as utility to help us start both client and server, so this isn't really going to make that much difference to us, but it's still nice when we got newer versions. Express Promise Router, that's nice. Joy got actually 4 new releases, so oh my god, we'll see what's going on with that one. JSON Web Tokens, 1 major release. Mongoose, 1 major release. Passport-JWT, 2 major releases, so I'm really curious what actually happened in this jump from here to here. And then this is all testing, and this is all testing, so yeah, let's install it. npm-i. Okay, so now let me actually go back to client and try npm start. Okay, so we no longer see the Axios issue, but we see this issue. I've seen this in my spare time when I was messing with this project. So what's going on is create React app wants ESLint this specific version. We probably have some package that also wants ESLint, but it wants a different older version. So now the issue is that like create React app is complaining because there are multiple ESLints wanting to be pulled, I think. And I was trying to fix this. I followed their step-by-step guide and it didn't help me. So in case you have stumbled on this previously and you have fixed it and you are familiar with our project, like please let me know in the comments what you've done. However, for now we can simply skip this like warning message by creating .env file and then adding this line over here. So we're going to do that, and we're also going to try to fix this eventually. I just don't want to like waste too much time on this right now because it really won't change anything for us. So I'm going to create a new file over here on .env and paste this over here. Now if I restart, this should work, I hope. Yes, okay, so let's see. And finally we got it alive and working. So we got this dashboard that doesn't work because we're not signed in. This is pretty much the same as we had it. However, this React Google dependency looks like it received some updates, so now we have this styling, which is nice, but as they're not like uniform, we're probably going to turn the turn this Google one to be like the previous version. We just have like string Google, and sign in is also the same. So Frontend looks like it's working for now, so we can jump on and test the backend as well. So to do that, I'm going to run them both at the same time. So if you remember, we've got this script over here that is called start-dev, which uses this concurrently to start like both sub projects. So in the root level, I'm just going to go npm run start dev like this, and then let's see if something breaks. Okay, so these errors over here, like JWT strategy requires a secret or a key, and we got something about Mongoose. So this issue over here is simply because like I purged everything from our configuration file because this was on the repo. So for now, before I actually go on and dig for like the actual secrets and whatnot, I can simply copy paste these values and it should work. At least it won't complain until we try to like log in with Google or Facebook, that is. So if I save this, okay, nice. So we just got this Mongoose things over here. So what I'm doing, okay. So the use Mongo client option is no longer necessary in Mongoose 5.x. Please remove it. Okay, will do. So that is in app.js. So over here we no longer need this. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Yes, and we got this deprecation warning, which I've seen 1,000 times in comments. So pretty much like with the newer Mongoose version, we need to pass this object with this property to our connect function over here. So I'm going to copy it and simply, I mean, essentially we're replacing the old object with this one. Okay, and now it's working. So now what I'm going to do is I need to take a look at our database and actually like see what we've got there, and then I can create like new accounts, at least using local authentication for now, and check if that's working. So I'm going to use RoboMongo for that. Okay, I mean, it's probably called Robo3T or something. It's not RoboMongo anymore, but we're going to use that. And then I'm going to go into API authentication. I think that's the database. API authentication, yes. And then we got users. So we got quite a few. So I'm going to get rid of it all. Okay, and then I'm going to try to create like a new account. So I want to sign up. Let's say codeworker@gmail.com. Password 123, sign up. Okay, this is working. Now if I actually like close the tab and reopen it, okay, it's still working and we can sign out. So I can sign out. I am signed out. I can no longer access the dashboard. I can try to sign in. So codeworker, password 123. Yes, okay, so this is working. Okay, so next I'm going to head to Google and I'm going to simply put my secrets over here for the Google part, and then I'm going to test whether logging in with Google works. And before I do that, if I refresh the users collection, we see this. Okay, and can we check this after modifying some user data? I'm not sure how he actually modified the user data, because if I'm not mistaken, I mean, what have we got over here? We got sign up, sign in, Google, Facebook, secret. Yeah, we haven't got like modified data endpoint, but maybe he actually just did something over here. I don't know. Like, let's say codeworker 2, save, and let's check it over here. So sign in. So this one shouldn't work. 1, 2, 3, yes, but if I say codeworker 2, it works. Okay, and if I also try to actually like mess with the password, so password, hey, save, let's see, sign in, codeworker 2. So now this is kind of weird, like what should I type? Like password 123 is no longer, yay shouldn't be as well. So I guess he actually added something so that he can properly change password. So for now, we'll pretty much test the password changing once we actually implement the reset password functionality. So for now, let's say that local is working, because we don't really have a way to test this properly yet. So next, yeah, I'm going to go with this Google development. So Google Developer Console. I haven't been here in a while, so let's see if I know my way around it. So I guess it's credentials, I guess it is a web client 1, and I guess this is what I need. So client ID, okay, so client ID and client secret. Okay, so yeah, okay, let's see what's going to happen. So I come back over here, I want to sign up with Google, some error probably. Missing required parameter client underscore ID. Sign in of null, sign. Okay, so I think client also must have had a way. Yeah, I should probably like over here sign up. Okay, if I find the Google component over here, client ID, yes, okay, so I probably need to paste the client ID there as well. So client ID, which we should probably pull from some like centralized configuration file, because this is kind of weird, I think. And now if I refresh this and I click Google, okay, nice. So that is working, I can sign out. However, I also need to add it over here, which is again showing that we're not really doing this in the driest of ways, because we are repeating ourselves here. So if I refresh this and I try to sign in, yes, okay, I can. And now of course we've got like a new collection. Well, this time like even the email doesn't match because I've edited it over here, if you remember. But even if I didn't do that, we would still end up with a new record, which is something we want to fix in this series. But yeah, Google is working for now, and then I'm going to test the Facebook, and let's see if that one is going to work. Okay, so I think this is the app that we're working with right now. Okay, so now all we have to do is to figure out where those IDs and secrets are. App ID, app secrets. Okay, awesome. So let me copy this. So app ID over here. I mean, I suppose that app ID is the client ID and that app secrets is the client secrets. And then I also need to copy the client ID for the sign up over here and over here. Okay, and then this should auto restart, and then we can see if that's going to work. Okay, so sign out. Okay, sign up. Let's try Facebook. The method Facebook login will soon stop working when called from HTTP pages. Okay, I mean, like we're on development machine. Setting HTTPS we could do with something like ngrok. So tunneling. Facebook has detected node auth isn't using a secure connection to transfer information. Okay, yes, continue logging in. And it's working. Nice. And then, yes, I mean, I can refresh it. Okay, I can close the tab and open it again. And it's working. I can sign out. I can sign in this time with Facebook as well. Yes, continue logging in. Yes, nice. And our collection over here grew up for one more document. So this is the Facebook, and this is what I'm going to fix next. I mean, not next, but in this series, we want to have like one document per one real user, more or less. Well, I mean, this video probably wasn't the most interesting one, but this is something that we definitely had to do, and this was preventing us from doing some fun things like refresh tokens and stuff like that. So it is a good thing that we have done this, and we can now move forward to like more interesting stuff. So I'm going to close it all. I'm going to close this as well. I'm going to pretty much like push this to the repo right now. So git add. Okay, so before I can actually push this to the repo, I want to get rid of my credentials. So I'm simply going to save this in a file. Yeah, okay, so I've saved it for myself, and over here I am going to replace everything with the placeholder data so that you can actually go on and insert your own credentials. Okay, I mean, with this, at least it will run for you, right? You won't get that error. And in our client, I also need to do that over here. So app ID, client ID over here. Okay, and for the sign up as well. Okay, so with that done, I can now git add all, git status. Let's see what's going on. Okay, and then we're going to do git commit m update everything to latest versions. Can git push origin master. Okay, so now we got it updated over here. After video, I'm also going to update the links over here because I haven't updated this in a while. But guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't too much fun, I get that, but this is something that we definitely had to do. So in the next video, we're going to start dealing with tokens, refreshing JWT tokens, and we'll also then see about blacklisting those and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll hopefully do some more interesting things.